resides my human brain, and attached to it is my proverbial funny bone and sense of humour. The heated eons-old debate between philosophers and scientists alike is as to its exact location. But rather than question where my brain is, I want to know, how does humour really work? But really, to talk about humour, we have to get scientific.
The brain's right frontal lobe is the processing centre that allows one to know when something is funny. This region of the brain integrates information that comes from the cognitive parts of the brain with the emotional parts of the brain.
Now, I'm not a doctor, but if I was, I'd have a lab coat. But unfortunately, due to budgetary restrictions in the arts sector by our current government, we don't have money for that. So instead, we're going to use flashy graphics and random flashcards. So, let's get started. As long as the topic is relatable to the individual, there will be a schema, or what is essentially a structure of ideas built around a specific topic. This is the steady process of cognitive learning patterns, adapting knowledge, personal experience, and emotions from a lifetime into an intricately complex system of electrons and neurons. In essence, to build a vibrantly, unknowingly large Rolodex of information from with which to pull any reference source on any chosen topic within our brains, wherever that is. As revered educator and hilarious lady woman Andrea Powell once said in that class I wrote notes during, the appreciation and understanding of comedy is ubiquitous. Meaning that to truly appreciate or find a joke, sketch, movie, play, or stand-up comedy performance funny, one has to have a reference, understanding, or base knowledge schema about the references, wordplay, quotes, pieces of art that are being referenced within the comedy to truly get it. Thanks, science! Humour has played an integral role in communication since the utterance of the first grunted knock-knock or your mama joke. And laughter in all its forms is the result of our brains putting together emotional responses and cognitive biases built on learned behaviours and experiences over a lifetime. These topics could be anything from nostalgia, aging, to raising children, or themes like love, war, racism, or even as specific as Harry Potter. Once I slept with this guy called Nicholas. Turns out he had a 3-inch penis. Now I refer to him as Nearly Dickless Nick, because I was so haunted by the experience. In the Harry Potter books, there is a ghost called Nearly Headless Nick. He's nearly headless because there is but a small slither of skin holding his appendage to his body. Now, to understand this joke, there's a few topics for your schemata to adhere to. Relationships, disappointments, sex or bad sex, and of course, Harry Potter. In this joke, the assertion of power is to get the audience, through the use of superiority theory, to place themselves in a position of power. But there are 3 main ways you can assert power in a superiority joke.
1. Make fun of those more powerful than the joke teller. 2. Make fun of those less powerful than the joke teller. Or 3. The joke teller makes fun of him or herself, thereby positioning the audience in the position of power.
If can't even, then I can't even. With can't.
Immanuel Kant, a pioneer in the incongruity theory. Incongruity, a pioneer in humour? Kant was a pioneer of the incongruity theory in the 18th century, during which time he surmised that to find a joke funny, you had to see the consequence. Surmising that when a joke is made and the outcome of the perceived situation, event or object is incongruous or not expected, the joke is found funny. But rather than it being the joke that is found humorous, is the violation of our expectation that we find humorous. How droll. As philosophers are well aware, we as human beings need more than incongruity as the prevailing dominating theory to get our frontal lobes moist. Because although subverting our expectations of an outcome is funny, it's because of the expectancy violation that we laugh.
Well, that was unexpected. You were amazing.
So really, humour is a pretty subjective form of communication, because each person has their own ideas, references, thoughts, memories, experiences. They've attached their own emotions to completely different ideas. So humour works the same for everyone, but we don't all find the same things funny. She doesn't have a sense of humour yet. Or at least she doesn't laugh at my jokes.
This isn't even my baby. Incongruity!
Next at midnight, my slow slide into insanity. Then, at 12:02, losing my grip on reality. Your babies were physically harmed in the making of this film.